After 20 years stay in the UK, a Nigerian is facing imminent deportation from the country. This Nigerian guy arrived in the UK when he was only 3 years old with his mom. Good afternoon. The Launch Club brings the latest updates to inform and educate our audience. We do not share story to scare anyone. We share stories because we understand that information and knowledge are the two most important things when it comes to success in life. If you see any value in this afternoon's content, kindly give this video a like so that more people can see. And let me know what your views are as we dive into the story of Olajare Obafemi Soyombi. Soyombi's mom was looking for a better life for her son. When he was born in Nigeria, mom decided to do what most parents would do. Wants a son to have a better life. She got a UK visitor's visa for herself and her son, and she arrived in the United Kingdom on a beautiful day. When she arrived in the UK in 2005, mom was looking for ways to survive. She was doing all sorts of jobs, trying to regularize a stay in the UK so that her son can have a better life. The family lived in the UK for 8 years illegally. Obafemi is well integrated in the UK. Whilst the family was trying to find a life in the UK, Obafemi became a teenager in the UK. In his teenage years, he was knocking around with the wrong people. Mom started hearing rumor that Obafemi is involved with gangs and drug. She called her son and said, "Oh, mommy, eni suru. You don't need to rush. In life, life is turn by turn. If you work hard, you will achieve your goal." Obafemi told his mom, "Mommy, Fimile, I want to make money fast. I don't want to wait. I want quick money." Mom said, "Okay, my son, you need to take care." Obafemi and his mom were eventually granted leave to remain in the United Kingdom. They were granted leave to remain in the United Kingdom. A few months later, Obafemi was arrested while he was en route to supply crack cocaine and heroin. Obafemi was arrested whilst Obafemi was on bail. The police said an undercover police officer saw Obafemi in Nottingham city center. He was trying to sell drugs, and he was later involved in a big fight where weapons were used. The police then went to Obafemi's house. This was before Obafemi turned 18. The police later arrested Obafemi. They went to his house, searched his house. They found last lash of money. They found different mobile phones, and those mobile phones were buzzing. Different clients want Obafemi to sell drug for them. Obafemi, it has been reported, has a reputation for selling one of the strongest Class A drugs around. He is a known strong dealer. Let me know whether you have sympathy for our brother Obafemi, whose stay in the UK is now hanging in the balance. Obafemi, after that incident, this was when Obafemi was on bail. That is when he was arrested. He was then sent to jail. He was sent to 40 months in prison. That's more than 3 years. Remember, the law in the United Kingdom said anyone who goes to jail, who doesn't have British passport, the moment you serve more than 2 years, you should be up for deportation. When Obafemi was eventually released from prison, the Home Office then told him that he will need to, he then appealed. When he was in jail, his stay was revoked. He then appealed on what is known as private life exceptional grant. For those who do not know what that means, private life exception refers to a legal provision that allows individuals living in the UK who may be subject to deportation to appeal against that decision based on their developed private life in the UK. This exception is primarily used to prevent the removal of individuals who have built a strong social and cultural integration in the UK, where deportation would cause a significant hardship. Let me just break it down. That just basically means that if you are facing deportation in the UK and you can demonstrate that you have built your life in the UK, that means that deporting you to your home country would cause you hardship, and therefore the Home Office should take that into consideration. When Obafemi applied on that grant, the Home Office have now acknowledged that they initially granted Obafemi to stay in the country despite the fact that he has served more than 40 months in prison, which means that he should be deported. The Home Office officer said they made a mistake. They initially allowed Obafemi to stay in the country because they thought that he qualified for private life exception. However, Obafemi, luck has now run out of our brother Obafemi. The Home Office have now acknowledged that they made a mistake in allowing our brother Obafemi to stay in the country on private life exception. They now said Obafemi lived in the United Kingdom with his mom for 8 years illegally when they did not have paper. Therefore, private life exception should not apply to Obafemi, who lived in the United Kingdom illegal. Some people are now saying that Obafemi should be sent back to Nigeria. He doesn't deserve sympathy because he had his opportunity. There's an old African proverb that says that they not a tell pikin, make it not get big teeth, but not make it get lips to cover up. For those who do not understand what that basically means, that anyone who cannot stand the heat, do not near the kitchen. When our brother Obafemi was busy running the streets selling drugs and wanted to make money quick, he never thought that there are consequences for his actions. He has to face the tune of the music that he started playing for himself. Why some people have said Obafemi is a victim. He was brought to the United Kingdom as a 3-year-old. His mother wasn't around as much because the mom, like most people who are illegal, she's trying to solve herself out, trying to get paper, trying to find somewhere to put food on the table, that she didn't have that time. Obafemi lacked that parental supervision. And that is why, as a vulnerable young man, he was exploited by drug dealers who saw him as soft target. That this boy speaks with a British accent. He's well integrated in the country, that he should not be deported back to Nigeria, that these factors should be taken into account. What is your view? Do you believe that Obafemi has blown away his chances and therefore should be sent back to Nigeria? Or do you believe that our brother Obafemi deserves a second chance, that he should be allowed to stay in the country? Let me know what your views are. The reality is that as we speak today, our brother Obafemi is facing deportation, and the way things are going now, knowing how politics influences a lot of the decision that is happening today, this issue is now in the public domain. And the Home Office have said that they will take public national interest and national interest into consideration, that they are going to make sure that the period that he lived in this country illegally, despite the fact that they acknowledge that this boy is well integrated, that this man doesn't deserve a second chance. Do you believe that Obafemi deserves a second chance, knowing full well that he has sold cocaine and heroin, and he has probably destroyed a lot of people's life? with his criminal enterprise? Or do you believe that Obafemi himself was a victim who came to this country, didn't have any parental supervision because his mom was trying to sort himself out? Let me know what your views are in the comment section, whether you think that our brother Olajare Obafemi Sowonbi deserved a second chance, or he deserved to be sent back to Nigeria, where he will face the reality of life because he has blown away his opportunity. I hope somebody will learn from today the experience of our brother Obafemi. Well, I always say on this platform, crime doesn't pay. If you want something in life, there's nothing like being patient. Hopefully somebody can learn. Don't forget to give this video a like so that other people can see. Give your comment in the comment section. Let me know what your views